All right, before we get to our keynote speaker, I want to talk about volunteerism a little bit and kind of go to your point about what we can do to get involved and make a difference ourselves. So what are the opportunities? Well, number one is something new we started called the Community Care Movement. We didn't want to be a party that just met, had coffee, had speeches, talked to each other, and then went home and said, see you next month. We wanted to be a very active presence in this community. And Ms. Wanda Moore, who's not able to make it here today, she has led this initiative. And over the last 6-7 months, we have done road cleanups. We were a cleanup crew over on, what was that road that we picked up at? What was that? Cokesbury Street. Thank you very much. It was a 2-hour. I had heat stroke from that, so I forgot the name. We're cleaning up streets. We're part of the food collection drive for the county and the city. We've done fundraisers for children out in Ware Shoals. There's just a number of things that we are doing to get involved and be contributing members to our community and truly put action behind the words Democrats care. We don't want to just talk it, we want to live it and act it. So look for activities like this every month for you to take an hour or two of your time a month and be part of our community care movement. The number one initiative that I've got going on right now is the Precinct Leadership Program. So going back to what I said, what do you do with the actively registered voters who need to be engaged, learn about the candidates, and get out to vote? We have 50 voting precincts in Greenwood County, 50. We want a leader in each and every one of them. We've got 8 so far, and I see this as the long game. I want at least 1 in each. And it's not a tough program to follow. We're not asking you to do everything yourself. We've actually established what we call a crawl, walk, run program. And I guide you through it, right? If you can walk and do a little bit, well, that's more than that's being done now. And it's going to add up once you get a member in every precinct. Can I have a raise of hands for anybody who has signed on to be a precinct leader at this time? I know there's a few. Thank you very much. Okay, that's just absolutely wonderful. We have informational sessions. If you want to learn more about what it means to be a precinct leader and how you, any of you, the fact that you're here today tells me you have what it takes to be a precinct leader and help us organize in every part of Greenwood County. We are holding 2 informational sessions a month. They're only 30 minutes each. We're holding them over Zoom and in person at the library. So please check our Facebook page, check our website, read our email newsletter. All the information is there. And I ask just for 30 minutes of your time so you can see if being a precinct leader is something that's for you. So what else can we do? Well, we have a fundraiser coming up in 2 months. 2 months from this weekend, as a matter of fact. It used to be called the Fish and Dogs. We've renamed it in honor of a great man here in Greenwood, Mr. Floyd Nicholson. So we're continuing the tradition of the Floyds Fish Fry. So it's called the Floyds Fish Fry and Cookout, and your name will live long as we eat and digest and enjoy ourselves in the summer. We have set a date of Saturday, September 11th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and it's going to be at the Boys and Girls Club. So we are looking at having 250 in attendance at least. We are working to bring in the candidates all to speak, including the gubernatorial candidates, Joe Cunningham and Mia McLeod. We've reached out to them and I'm hoping they'll be here with us. But we want to have this as being a great outdoor festival with music, with entertainment, with games for kids. We want it to be a family fun event. What we need your help with are ticket sales, right? In your folders, if you were able to get a folder from our information booth over there, there's a volunteer form that you can fill out. And just mark that you're interested in the fish fry, either in terms of buying tickets or in terms of selling tickets, and we'll get right back out to you. But it's going to be our big fundraiser for the year, and we look forward to seeing you there and also asking for your participation. In fact, we have a planning meeting tomorrow afternoon. If anybody wants to join the Floyds Fish Fry Planning Committee meeting, it's at my house tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. See me afterwards for details. Be glad to have you on board. We could use all the hands we want. All right. We also have a search and support committee that has launched. We are recruiting candidates for local elections, right? From the county council, city council, school board, all the way up and down the ballot. We had too many positions that ran unopposed in 2020. We had 3 county councilmen that just waltzed right in, didn't even have a candidate to give us a choice to vote against. We will not let that happen again next year. We're going to put a name on the ballot for every position. If you want to be part of the committee that goes out and finds names to run and to support them and guide them and make sure that they are set up to succeed, this is a great committee for you to join. So please see us and join the Search and Support Committee. We're going to be meeting in 2 weeks and plan for 2022. You can also get involved if you have certain topics that are of importance to you. The South Carolina Democratic Party has several dozen special interest caucuses that you can be a part of. If you're interested in environmental justice, there's a caucus for that. Seniors, labor, progressive movement, Black caucus, Hispanic caucus, there's a caucus for everything. Education, healthcare, all of the key issues. It doesn't cost anything to join. You just meet every once in a while and exchange ideas, exchange information, come up with policy proposals, messaging, etc. Get involved. The list of caucuses is found in your agenda, and we encourage you to visit the SCDP website and get involved. Is there anybody here who has participated in a statewide caucus? And I see no hands, and that's a problem. So I ask you to take a look at one, find an issue that means a lot to you, and get involved. At least try it out. Show up to one meeting, they're held virtually, and see what it's all about. We have volunteer opportunities here within the executive committee. I'm looking for an administrative assistant. All right, these are highly paid positions. All right, lots of money with great fringe benefits. Looking for an administrative assistant to help set up meetings, do various tasks just to help free the committee to do more strategic work if we can have somebody help do a lot of the ground game for us. A director of voter engagement, a social media manager, somebody who likes to do Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, has good messaging, has a good eye for this stuff, has some good technology background. Would certainly love to have you on board. We're also looking for a director of fundraising. If you like to help our party make money, and we do pretty good for a party of our size, I want to do 3 times better. But we need somebody who can be focused, doing nothing but thinking about the fundraising aspect. Please come see me. We could certainly put you to use right away. We're looking for a search and support committee chair. We're looking for a Carnell Drummond Mays dinner chair. And even if you know nothing about what these involve, we'll guide you through it. We just want to give you the chance to lead a subcommittee on our board and make a difference that way. We're looking for a director of precinct organization. If you can help train and teach and organize and help get the messages out, that would be great. We're looking for somebody who's fluent in Spanish, that can do Spanish translations for us, who can help with Hispanic outreach. We want to reach more people. We're also looking for event organizers. This event right here was weeks in planning. Can you help organize events like this? So in that volunteer form, in the blue folder that you see people carrying around, please put your name down. Put a checkbox next to something. Think about a skill you have. How can you contribute? I love it that you're here, but if all you're doing is being here and in a chair, we're not going to get very far. We want everybody involved somehow, some way, even if it's just a little bit. Of course, this is where I get on my knees and beg for funding, right? You see the wonderful spread that we've set out, right? The equipment that we've purchased, the literature that we've printed. How many of you received a postcard invitation, and that's how you found out about this meeting today? A lot of you. We sent out 600 postcards to anybody who's been to any Democratic event in the last 6 years. We wanted to reach out to them and let them know we're coming out. and we're now engaged and live. That costs money. We would love it if we got financial donations, whether online or in cash. We have a tip jar over there in the literature tent. You can do it online through a credit card or debit card. Or even if you want to donate materials in kind. You know what I would be so grateful for? Stamps. If you have stamps, I'll take stamps. They're about to go up to $5 a stamp at some point. So we want to get our stamps now while we can. Would absolutely love it. We are sending out, for our precinct program, I am sending out 20 personal invitations a week to precincts throughout our state. I cover 2 precincts a week. I find 10 people in each precinct that I send a personal packet to, and that's stamps. So you can help out that way. So please do, and even one-time contributions to help fund materials and food and equipment for Floyds Fish Fry. We will put that money to good use, and we will also make it an effort in future meetings to share what we've done with those contributions. We're not investing them, we're not having parties with them. Every dollar goes back into furthering the message of the Greenwood County Democratic Party. All right, when I took over, one thing I realized is that volunteers, and I say this over and over, volunteers are the lifeblood of the Greenwood County Democratic Party. Nothing happens if it wasn't for somebody taking the time out of their day to make a difference and organize and bring food and print pamphlets or what have you. So I wanted to make sure that we recognize those who have volunteered and have done something extraordinary for our party. So we instituted a Volunteer of the Month program starting in December of last year. And Miss Paula Taylor, is she here in the audience? I think I saw her. There she is. She was our inaugural winner, followed by Tammy Sampson, followed by just a whole bunch of great names. I don't even want to name them all. But we have recognized with a signed certificate of appreciation as well as a small gift those who have done so much for our party. So at this point, I am ready to announce by unanimous vote of our executive committee our Volunteer of the Month for July 2021. At this point, could we have Kathy Swindell come up to the steps here to be recognized. I'm not going to ask you to climb the steps, but just meet me at the bottom if you can. Anybody who knows Kathy is that she's kind of a shy person. She doesn't like talking about being a Democrat or finding out if you're a Democrat. She's quiet. Yeah, so you did. So obviously Kathy is on the executive committee, and so we had our vote ahead of time and had a fake vote in front of her during the actual meeting. So Kathy is getting an award of recognition. This award is presented to Kathy Swindell in appreciation of years of volunteerism and generosity in support of the efforts of the Greenwood County Democratic Party, given this day, the 10th of July, 2021.
Oh gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And as a small thank you gift, because our budget is slim, so nothing fancy. You think she would fly this proudly at our house?
Yes, I will. You know that I will.
Yes, it could be her superhero cape. Kathy, if you're being asked to give a speech, you can thank Frank for that.
Oh goodness, is there enough glare? Thank you so much, everybody, and thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for bringing the food, and please do not leave without food, because we have made a ton of fruit cups We have donuts and muffins, and Floyd brought cheese grits, and Dr. Bob Phillips brought biscuits. So we've got food over here galore and drinks. So please socialize and do eat. But you know that I love you guys, and I really enjoy being with you every moment that I'm ever with you. So please keep coming and please get active. We don't want McMaster in office anymore. We don't want these people to be telling us what to do with our bodies and, you know, what to be doing. You know, by the way, they probably do, but just don't, just won't admit to it. So please get involved. That's the only way we're going to turn South Carolina blue, is if we all get involved.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love you.
Even in her award speech, she's thinking about your bellies and making sure she's thinking about you. That's selfless right there. That's a Democrat who cares.